The e-cigarette industry really only became international in 2008. That year, worldwide sales of e-cigarettes were about $20 million. It showed slow growth in the years that followed, but by 2012, it had already grown into a $500 million per year industry. Agora Financial predicts that by 2017, e-cigarette sales will reach $10 billion. Health advocates are concerned about the industry's growth and in the United States about the lack of government oversight. I talked about that with Erika Sward, an Assistant Vice President for National Advocacy at the American Lung Association.
Well, e-cigarettes are now the most commonly used tobacco product among kids. And it is an entire wild, wild west scenario out there because they are under absolutely no oversight by the Food and Drug Administration. And pretty much what the companies want to do right now, the companies are doing. And that's all the way from the major tobacco manufacturers who have been targeting kids for decades, all the way through smaller retail stores in communities that are mixing their own cocktails in the back that people are then inhaling in their lungs. So the American Lung Association is very concerned about these products and really what the impact is to the decades that we've been where we've been making progress in fighting against youth tobacco use.
So when I was in high school, I remember there were a lot of teens smoking at that time. It was cool, and I think that probably hasn't changed over time. So I want to get your sense when it comes to e-cigarettes, how much of is this a similar risk, would you say, since we've seen it flourishing in that group?
Well, we're once again seeing a tobacco industry, this time the e-cigarette industry, marketing their products to kids in a way that appeals most to kids. In fact, I often say that the e-cigarette industry is ripping its tactics from Big Tobacco's playbook because of how it is marketing to kids, using fruit and candy flavored products, everything from bubblegum e-cigarettes to cotton candy flavored e-cigarettes, using cartoon characters, B and C-list celebrities to market their products. So it's just very tragic and very scary.
One of the things I've noticed as I travel around, I saw it in LA, you see it here, hookah bars, young people smoking hookah, the water pipes. Talk to me about the risk there and that popularity and the concern with that.
Hookah use among high school students is about the same use percentage as cigarette use, and they're now pretty much neck and neck at about 9% overall. The things that are being inhaled into the lungs when kids and others use hookah are the same types of carcinogens that are being inhaled into the lungs when you smoke cigarettes. It's flavored tobacco, but they include carcinogens that cause lung cancer, that cause respiratory inflammation, and very other serious conditions associated with smoking cigarettes. So I just don't think that what seems to be a social activity that you do with some of your friends doesn't seem to be understood for the health implications that come with it.
Erika, you've been at this for a long time, quite a few years, and I think when you probably first started, it's like we got to turn the page, close the chapter on cigarette smoking and really attack that. To see these other avenues flourishing after being at it as long as you've been at it, what's the feeling?
Well, it's frustrating because we're walking down many of the same paths that we walked with fighting the cigarette companies. And it's many of the same companies plus a few more, but with a whole host of other tobacco products. We have new tools that we've never had before, including smoke-free laws, tobacco taxes, and meaningful efforts to prompt smokers to quit, like the CDC's Tips from Former Smokers campaign. But what we don't have right now for cigars, hookah, little cigars, and e-cigarettes is any FDA oversight. And that's what we really are waiting for. Once that comes, FDA will be able to look more closely at the marketing, sales, and manufacture of these tobacco products and hopefully begin to make a dent. But I think it's important for people to know that no tobacco product is safe. And while the popularity has increased for some of these other tobacco products, we really seek to lose all of the progress we've made against our nation's leading cause of preventable death if we continue to allow these products to be used by our kids and frankly by all of us.
Erika Sward, thank you so much.
Thank you.